The National Border Patrol Union has critiqued the Biden administration on Twitter over the alleged Chinese spy balloon, which is currently over the Mountain West region of the United States and moving south or southwest. And we're going to get an update on that here. But the quote is China watching our border more closely than the Biden administration. So let's see some of these videos here about what is going on with this Chinese spy.
Buddy, I am sitting in my driveway here in Billings, Montana, and right now there is a ground stop on our airport, and this thing is up in the sky. All right, again, for those of you who might think this thing is the moon, there's the thing, and whoa, there's the moon. It's not the moon.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Thank you, Pat. You said that this is violating our airspace, so why not take it down?
Yeah, so, clearly as we assess options and considering the size of the payload on this, looking at the potential for debris and the impact on civilians on the ground or property damage, again, running through the various factors and looking at in terms of does it pose a potential risk to people while in the air. And right now, as I mentioned, we assess that it does not pose a risk to people on the ground as it currently is traversing the continental United States. And so out of an abundance of caution, cognizant of the potential impact to civilians on the ground from a debris field, right now we're going to continue to monitor and review options.
And if I may, you mentioned that we've seen this kind of activity before.
No. What? That's the moon.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we'll continue to monitor it. Right now, we assess that it'll probably be over the United States for a few days, but we'll continue to monitor, review our options, and keep you updated as we can. So just leave it there.
And then a senior defense official yesterday said that similar incidents had happened under the previous administration, and yet some of those administration officials have come forward and said they're not familiar with it. Is there any way you could give us more details on when it's happened, over whether it was over the continental U.S. or over U.S. territories? Is that something you could potentially take to provide the public more details about the extent that these things happen?
So what I would tell you right now is that information is classified. I'm not able to provide it other than I can confirm that there have been other incidents where balloons did come close to or cross over U.S. territory.
And then I just want to reiterate something that Phil said earlier, that given that it's not classified and the public can see it, I just ask that you take the question that we have more specifics on where it is, given that there's no clear security reason by your own estimation in terms of keeping that information.
Let me unmute myself here and just add a couple of the commentaries. This is from Antonio Sabato. Our government is owned by China such that they won't even shoot down a Chinese spy over our airspace. Robert Kiyosaki, who's an author, and Rich Man, Poor Man. China floats spy balloon over U.S. and we don't shoot it down. Isn't it time? I'm sorry. This is China buys thousands of acres of farmland next to our air, sends students to our uses TikTok to hypnotize and gather data. Why? Isn't it time we fight back? Said Kiyoshi. And I'm gonna take this down because this is just too slow. I'll just relay the tweets like this, and you'll have to take my word for them that this is what people said. This is from Stephen Miller, who's a former member of Trump's team as a senior advisor and founder of America First Legal, calling it this is one of the most humiliating spectacles in our nation's history. A giant Chinese spy balloon traversing unmolested across our sovereign airspace with without a worry in the world. Mainstream. Why do they know? How do they know it's China? And where is this assertion that this happened under the Trump administration? Spike Cohen says our government spends nearly $1 trillion a year in defense and is paralyzed in fear over a balloon. This is who you think will protect you against invasion. Living with Chris interviewed, and whose interview I will publish hopefully today if people want to. I'm definitely going to try to pull some clips from there. The Biden family uses the DOJ like its personal corruption cover-up security force, while the media says, look at this balloon. In all caps. Boebert said U.S. officials admitted that they were monitoring the Chinese spy balloon since it flew over the Aleutian Islands. So we didn't shoot the balloon down over water and instead let it enter our continental airspace, said the Colorado Rep. Lauren Boebert. And we're going to see how this balloon story develops, see if anything deeper happens with this. I'm a little suspicious just by virtue of the fact that the mainstream is covering this kind of en masse. So if people want to support independent reporting, independent media, I'm the best interviewer on the internet in the political sphere, even though the numbers don't maybe show it. I've lost almost a dozen channels, lots of momentum. I need your help. Buy me a coffee is a great way to do that. $1 a month is really all I'm asking for. You spend $6 probably every day at Starbucks. So really hope you guys, if you're sport, can appreciate it. Please try to do just $1 a month would be fantastic. So stay frosty, folks. More updates to come, and we'll see everybody next time.